Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, I think we have one more pretty decent day, then rain chances ramping up starting Wednesday. And as we get toward the end of the week and into the weekend, it looks like the threat of heavy rains. And oh, by the way, there may be a severe weather threat as well, especially Thursday. More on that in just a bit. So let's take a look at the big picture. As we look at the water vapor imagery, we have things slowing down in the subtropical jet stream, and that is not good. We have this upper level low that's down here by SoCal. That's going to be slowly moving out, but another one's going to replace it. And coming out of this system, we're seeing disturbances ignite showers and storms across the plains, across Texas today. Tomorrow, it's going to be primarily in the same locales and then slowly moving eastward. And we get in on the action, especially as we head into Thursday, Friday. And it looks like at least Saturday. Now, there's some discrepancy in the models beyond that. We'll discuss that in just a bit. But during the course of the day today and into this evening, severe weather threat across much of Kansas into Missouri, where there is a severe thunderstorm watch. A couple of warnings going, tornado watch as well. A couple of warnings also all the way down through the Big Bend of Texas. So that's where the strong storms have been. Now notice we did have a thunderstorm complex by the mid-Texas coast. That kind of fell apart and now it's kind of picking up again. And notice all these little green spots here and then along the Mississippi River. These are all the rivers in flood stage, and it's more serious as you get into Texas. And this is where there's going to be a good 5 to 10 inch rainfall, we think, by the end of the week or into the weekend. And we might be in at least the 3 to 6 range, but everything is preliminary right now. Severe weather threat for tomorrow is going to be across Texas, Oklahoma panhandles, mainly West Texas. Marginal risk elsewhere, and that kind of does duck into southwest Louisiana. So we'll keep an eye on that. Then the main severe storm threat shifting to the east into northeast Texas, much of eastern Oklahoma. An enhanced risk, that's a level 3 out of 5. So severe weather for our friends to the west through Wednesday. And then we get into Thursday. I think we start getting in the yellow, so we'll assess that for tomorrow. So this is the way we think it's going to play out. That disturbance producing a few spotty showers across the area late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Very light precip. It's going to move in and move out quickly. And we're going to keep rain chances in the 10% range for tomorrow. By lunchtime, back into the lower 80s, upper 80s tomorrow afternoon with that heat index near 90 and a relatively dry day overall. But you'll notice the storms will be hitting it across Oklahoma, eastern Texas, going toward Wednesday morning. And then some of that activity moves eastward as we go into Wednesday. So here's the European model, latest high-res 3-kilometer NAM model, not indicating as much in the way of showers or storms, but there's plenty of green across the area. So I'm going 50% on Wednesday, 60% as we head into Thursday, 70% as we head into Friday, and it looks like more than likely Saturday we'll have this frontal boundary, inverted trough. We'll have those disturbances with that subtropical jet stream. So locally heavy rainfall, certainly a possibility, and based on how much we see Wednesday, Thursday, will dictate whether we're going to have a flood concern come Friday and Saturday, and that is certainly on the forefront. European model, awfully optimistic, clearing us out as we head into Mother's Day and Monday. We hope that is the case, and that's why I got the 10-day forecast based on. But I'm going to show you something in just a bit. Here's rainfall through Wednesday. I think this might be a little high, maybe a half inch or an inch, but as we get into Thursday, we start seeing the rain accumulating, and it's not about the rain totals, it's how fast it comes down. And if we get one day where it comes down 4 to 5 inches after several inches of rain, we will have some flood issues. So this is the European model over the next 7 days. Let's look at the Gfs model through the next 7 days, and pretty much the same spirit, about 3 to 6 inches of rain. Remember, yellow is pushing close to 8 inches, so these are just selected sites, and the Gfs keeps us wet beyond the weekend, so we could see some pretty serious rain totals down the line, so we'll have to watch that. Mild night ahead, few clouds on the increase, maybe a shower by daybreak, 67 the low tonight, 88 the high tomorrow. Not a bad day tomorrow, so if you haven't cut the grass, better do so now because it's going to be wet and the grass will be growing along with the weeds and everything else with high rain chances developing, and again, the threat of heavy rainfall. Right now, I'm just going to guess 3 to 6, but a third of us will see about less than that, and a third may see more, and hopefully a decent Mother's Day after all is said and done. But some wet weather on the way for sure.
All right, thanks, Rob.